Welcome to the Commodore Call, coming to you from left field. I'm Brynn Foley with Michael Tricarico. Today, Falmouth plays the Orleans Firebirds. Now, starting on the mound for Falmouth, Turner Larkins out of Texas A&M. Michael, what's he going to do here tonight?
I had a rough couple first outings, and it doesn't get any easier today, playing one of the best hitting teams in the league, and the Orleans Firebirds, a team that lost a couple players to Team USA and yet still has just absolutely crushed the rest of the Cape Cod Baseball League so far. 16-6 record, which is the best in the league. And Larkins has his work cut out for him. I mean, he's really going to be tested with a strong middle of the order from this Orleans team. He's going to have to keep the ball low. The one problem we've seen from Commodore pitchers is elevating pitches, elevating fastballs. Larkins' curveball has to be in the dirt, and the fastball has to keep it about knee-high.
Couple stats came out today. Falmouth lowest in batting average, lowest in runs scored. We are the highest in fielding percentage, but what have you noticed out there?
Oh, well, it's great that the team hasn't made as many errors as we saw in the beginning of the year lately. The errors have certainly been kept down, which does help the pitchers. We have a lot of pitchers that like to throw to contact, pitch to contact, so if the fielders are making the plays, it's great. The problem is, it doesn't matter how good your pitchers are if you're not scoring runs, because pitchers are bound to give up a run or two here and there. When your team has not scored more than 6 runs the whole season in a game, that's going to be a problem. I mean, lowest run production by almost 20 runs, which is, I mean, that's crazy to think about, that the next lowest team is 20 runs above this Falmouth team. So the runs have to come, and I think we have hitters. This Falmouth team has hitters that certainly has the potential to do so. It seems like all we're talking about is potential, and we're already midway through the year. But these hitters have worked in the on-field batting practice with the coaches talking. It seems like they've gotten a lot better kind of throughout the year. We're starting to see a lot more production from these Falmouth Commodore hitters. Now it's a matter of not just getting on base, but putting a streak of hits together and then getting those runs in.
Back at Gov Fuller Field, playing the #1 team in the East Division. How does Falmouth go to win tonight?
Got to score runs. You have to have production with runners in scoring position. 2 of the last 3 games, the Commodores had runners on base in 8 of 9 innings. The problem is, in those same games, the Commodores didn't get a streak of hits put together. So if you get runners on in 8 of 9 innings, it's great, but that doesn't mean you're getting all the runs. It's just meaning maybe you get a walk, maybe you get a little single, that's it. It doesn't help if you have 4 batters up and one of them gets on base and that's it, unless it's a home run. So what Falmouth needs to do, it doesn't have to get runners on in every inning, but when the runners get on, you need to have situational hitting, move the runners around and get the key hit up the middle to one of the gaps to try and score a runner when they get to second and third base.
All right, we caught up with middle infielder Tristan Gray. He's contributed to Falmouth both offensively and defensively, and we caught up with him here just a few minutes ago. Here with infielder Tristan Gray. Tristan, you racked up the 2nd highest batting average for Falmouth so far this year. What's working so well for you out there?
I think it's kind of just sticking with the process, you know, listening to these coaches, they're great. Just really sticking to my approach. This has really helped me out.
What have the coaches taught you so far this summer?
It's mainly trying to go back up the middle, not trying to get too excited, or whenever things don't go your way, just to stick with it.
How is the college season different from the Cape League?
I mean, they're almost the same, obviously the wood bats and all, but I think the season is more about like trying to help each other win, and it's kind of different because in summer ball you're trying to rack up your own stats, but I like it here because it's more of a team mentality than just a regular summer ball.
Now, you've been batting pretty consistently in the 6th spot for Falmouth. What sort of role do you believe that brings to Falmouth?
You know, I think everybody has the same mentality. It doesn't matter where you're hitting at. Just try to get on base and move the guy over and do whatever the team needs.
Now, watching some of your high school tapes, old teammates say you bring weirdness to the team. What sort of personality do you bring to this Falmouth dugout?
I don't know how to explain my personality. I like all my teammates, so I guess I'm just kind of like the lighthearted mood.
All right, well, thanks, Tristan. For Tristan Gray, I'm Brynn Foley. You can catch Tristan and Falmouth today at 6 o'clock versus the Orleans Firebirds.